So, um, let's take off the headband for a little bit. Um, I was, I happened to go and think a little bit when I woke up this morning and happened to find that I wanted to write a little bit of a creation story with using Greek mythology at the same point. And I kind of got this from a dream, but I'm not going to say that the dream inspired me, just saying that it kind of led from one thing to another. A plus B equals C kind of thing. And I happened to think about this for a minute and realized that there was this, I believe, Titan called Atlas. Now, Atlas was from the Greeks, and he was I think he was a Titan that happened to hold the whole world on his shoulders. And when I was thinking about this, I thought, let's make a story out of it. And the reason why I really liked Atlas as a subject was because of Ayn Rand, and she had among titles such as The Anthem or Fountainhead, or I'm gonna forget this next one, but I'll just forget it and move on to Atlas Shrugged. So I decided to name this Atlas Walked, and I've been trying to iterate this story to the point where I'm going to be able to say it smoothly. So you have this Titan, this force of nature that happens to hold the whole world on his shoulders. And he's holding the world on his shoulders and he doesn't know what to do about it. So he's sitting there and he's listening to everything, and he he he's able to hear Zeus, Athena, Apollo, and Artemis, and Hermes, and uh, I believe it's Dionysus, and he hears all of them on Mount Olympus, and he's able to hear everything on in Antarctica. He's able to hear everything in Australia. He's able to hear everything in Asia, Africa, North America, South America. And he's sitting there and he's just thinking for a minute. He's like, why am I doing this? Like I'm so tensed up. Like I need a massage. I need to just go and do something else. So he just kind of leaves it behind and he starts to go for a walk. And after he goes for that walk, he's just kind of thinking, and he feels that it's so nice not to hear, and the burden is just lifted, so he just feels so relaxed. And when he's moving forward, he just misses everything that he's left behind, and he keeps thinking and thinking and thinking, and he's just wondering, how's Zeus doing? How's Artemis doing? How's Apollo? Is the sun really going up and down? Is the moon able to to move around the earth? And he just keeps thinking and thinking and thinking until his head just expands and expands and expands until the orifices of his skull just keeps getting pumped up with this substance, and eventually he isn't able to take it anymore. He's not able to walk anymore, and he just collapses. And with that, there's a split in his forehead, and the earth, or another earth, just protrudes out and is lying there in front of him. So he looks at this and he's puzzled. And he looks back and he sees two of the exact same thing, and he doesn't know what to do with himself. So he looks forward and he decides to lift it up and put it on his shoulders until he decides to walk again. Now, again for the implications. So when you're thinking about it, there's three things that come immediately to my mind, and you can, of course, take your own interpretation to it. So when you think about it in the immediate, the first being string theory, where there's two different universes, one being in front of you, one being behind you, and the different choices that you're able to make. Where if he moves forward again, there's another choice, and then there's another planet. Now, when you're looking at it in a moral sense, he has now created two planets. What's he going to do with the previous one there? And why doesn't he go back to that one? Because he has a responsibility for it. And then the third being for ethics. Now he's created a new planet. Where is his responsibility towards this new one? Really going towards a philosophic point of a priori and a posteriori, where a priori is something that is innately known, while a posteriori being something that is learned or taught. Think about it for a second. Let it sink in. Would you walk forward or would you move back? Thanks.